They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan, it's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy, there's always someone listening. They're rigging the elections, planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied, it's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams.
Good morning. I am Anatolian Angelisova, and this is Patriots Must Rise. There is a lot going on, so let's talk about it.
It costs a lot nowadays for everything, so they make money, but people that complain about not having enough star coins, it's like, well, quit spending stuff then.
So how did you find Star Stable?
I started playing a horse game years ago called Horse, and I started looking for more complicated games, and I stumbled on Star Stable back 2000 when it first came out. I started playing both Star Stable and Horse Isle when they first started.
Yeah.
I've been playing ever since. And yes, there's been people that bitch and moan and complain and cause a big stink about it and that kind of thing. But
what? Because they're constantly trying to make the game better?
Or it's not to their specifications. They don't like what changes they've made. They don't like that they have to take the server down every Wednesday to do their updates, and they put as updated new things into the game is not what they wanted or not enough. Yes,
can't please everybody.
As I said, I have issues where it's just like, look. As I said, I don't know another game that gives out new free content every week. Sometimes, yeah, it's just a race. Sometimes it's big, like the Western days, where there's new things. You can earn free things just by playing the game. You do the festival, you get free tack, you get free stuff. As long as you do the work and you put in the time to play the festival, you can get tons of stuff out of it.
So, is this a game that you had to pay for?
No. Well, yeah, you do now. You originally, if you don't have to pay anything, you could play it for free, but you're not going to play the full version. You're never going to leave this one little area. There's people that unfortunately have stuck there. But as I said, it was a $60. I think it's more now. I haven't done it anymore. I am a lifetime. Right. I paid my $60 5 or 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I get a free star coins every week. I usually spend about 50 of those just for the stable upkeep, so my horses are happy and fed.
Well, that's one of the things that the constant updating and stuff. That's one of the things that I've always.
One thing I love about you is you helped me see the complexities of animating a game like this and what it takes to keep it running at the level it is.
Yeah. And that's only stage 1 VR. It's not even.
And wow, every single Tuesday morning brings the servers down to update, to do a maintenance. It's not an update, it's just a maintenance. That keeps the servers working as they should be. They fix any bugs at that time.
Right.
Open it up, that kind of thing. It's been going on since WoW went live. And this was a game. I don't know what their numbers are now, but at one time we had over 30 million players. 40 million players worldwide. And so they have servers across countries.
Yeah.
Multiple servers across countries. And so They have to take those down. They have to let them cool. They have to do updates and maintenance. And it's like sometimes they add extra things for patches, and again they have to. But a major expansion, which brings out a whole new area of the game, whole new. It's the same thing with
and they're not charging for those, and that's really cool.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I love about Star Stable is because all of their festivals are free. You don't have to pay for that thing, but there's new stuff all the time. There are our avatars that we first started playing the game just recently got updated. They just fixed and made a whole new look and this kind of stuff. So it was brand new. They have completely redone areas. They've completely fixed problems with the animations. They've upgraded the animations.
Nice.
I actually like the new. It pisses me off because for years they've been complaining about the avatars not being updated, but they didn't compete with the new horses coming out and this kind of
the whole subscription based thing. You don't really know. I mean, I know why they do it. They're trying to build up an income so they can better budget and stuff like that. But
well, I know the subscription thing for WoW irritates me because it's not like Star Stable. You can play this. What you pay $70, $80 now, and it's lifetime. You never have to pay for a subscription again. The only thing you're paying for is occasionally if you want a bundle for Star Coins, which goes for more horses, which I've done. It's a $30, sometimes $40 payment. You get like 5,000 to 10,000 Star Coins.
Yeah.
And that goes for any tackle horses you want to get. Some people do it for birthdays, some people do it for Christmas. They have double Star Coins, which doubles that. That's why they said if you're going to get a deal, go for the double Star Coin weekends. That way you can put $40 and you get 8,000, 10,000, whatever. And that can go a long ways. A horse is usually about 900 Star Coins per. So you can get 5 or 6 horses from that.
I was frustrated with that word processor that I sent you because I've got a lifetime subscription on that. It goes to your computer, and for some reason I'm logged in and I have to pay for it again.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing, as I said. I mean, I actually have gotten on people that bitch about this game because, first of all, they give you free paid-for tokens, 100 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I use 50 of that for the stable upkeep for all my horses. I have over 150 horses on one of my accounts. To actually take care of each one of those horses to the best thing would take me forever. So for 50 Star Coins a week, it takes care of all my horses, make sure they're all fed, make sure they're all happy, they're all groomed properly, that kind of thing, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I have 40 Star Coins that I can save.
They're digipets.
Kind of. Now, you work, though. I literally level these horses up. But when I first started this game, you could have 6 horses. Max. That's all you could have.
Yeah.
So then they started coming out with all these breeds, and you had to choose.
Gotcha.
And one thing about Star Stable that you can't do with Horse Isle is you can have multiple accounts. Now, you have to keep every single one of them. Otherwise, there's no point in having them. You got to keep them leveled. You got to keep everything worked on. I have 4 accounts for this game. I have spent money. I have spent time. But again,
you've got too much time on your hands. I got to tell you that. No, I'm kidding.
I've done the full content for a while. There was a while they didn't add more content, so I've done all the content on one account. So it was kind of fun to actually start over again. And I actually realized I sold a bunch of my starter gear. My last account, I've actually kept all my starter gear, which is funny. Which has no stats whatsoever. It's kind of nostalgic. That's the starter gear you start with. Anyway, as I'm trying to say, though, is considering what this game gives you for what they ask,
they shouldn't be complaining.
Oh, no. There's no bitch. And the animations they have done on these horses have just...
It's actually pretty impressive.
They have little hairs. They have an actual hair grain.
Yeah.
The spots actually have differences and stuff, which is they have come so far with their animations for this game. And if you love horses like I do, I always have. Unfortunately, I can't have them anymore. I don't have the place to keep them.
Well, depending on the animation software, you can actually grow the hair to your specifications.
I should show you one of them up close because the dapples actually move.
Mm-hmm.
They actually move on the horse with the hair grain.
Yep.
At this point, it's just absolutely phenomenal, and they've come up with special moves for different breeds. There was one that I've wanted forever that has recently brought the breed into the game. The reason it took for so long for them to do it, they didn't have the animation abilities to do it. The Tennessee Walker has 6 gaits. The horse can go from literally walking to literally gliding like a plane of glass. They're actually the only related to the Narragansett Pacer, which was you didn't even feel the change in gaits on the horse. To animate that, to actually bring it into an animated game and make that realistic is really tough.
Yeah, that would have spent a lot of time at the stables with cameras.
Mm-hmm. So as I said, and they only gave you five gaits for Tennessee Walkers. Typically there's 6, but considering the animations they did, I'm not complaining. The breed is beautiful. They did great jobs with it. Another one is the Marwari, which is the little curved ears, and to actually see that come into the game, I have to say, it took them years to have the animation ability to make that and make it believable. And when they were able to do it, it's just like, so now I don't care what people complain about this game. They really they really don't know the work that goes into this.
Yeah.
And I have told the animators and people of Star Stable, and they're wonderful. I've never had one ever bitch about somebody's complaint. It's usually really, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is what we can do. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. The customer service I've seen in this game is just, they're not an American company. They came out of Sweden.
Yeah. The mining program that I've been dealing with, it's actually out of Valencia in Ukraine.
They came up with their own little
Which is
island.
why I went to
It's called Jorvik.
Yeah.
Started spelled with the Swedish, the J is a Y. So if you know anything about Scandinavian, so I kind of pronounced it before. I love it. It's their own little island. They have their own little special breed of horse. But
the comments on that was completely negative all the way through. There weren't no good comments about the miner. So I wanted to check it out. And the whole thing was that that the people that were on it, they were offended that you had to pay for more mining speed. Not even the maintenance fee, just more mining speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I haven't seen one ad. How do you expect them to make any money at all if they're not charging you something?
Well, that's one of the arguments that we have. Those of us I'm not going to completely defend everything Star Stable does, but considering all they give people for free in this game is just astronomical. I mean, how many programs do you know that give the money needed tokens for buying things for free for a small amount? If you actually save it, you don't have to pay anything. You can spend more money to get more of them if you want, but I get 100 tokens a week just for being a lifetime member.
Yep.
And that was a $60, $70 payment once. So the rest of my life playing this game, as long as the game exists, I get 100 tokens, paid tokens, and any other game free.
Well, that's how I personally think anybody should invest in anything. I mean, that's entertainment, but it's still an investment.
Well, as I said, and people say, well, you play your games. These 2 or 3 games I have played for years. I don't play a whole bunch. I got some on my phone for what I'm doing. But the ones I put my time into give me joy. It gets my mind off of what I've been going through or whatever I'm done during the day. Mm-hmm. And for that, I'll pay it.
Good.
It's a decent little game. It's fun. There's there's no nudity. There's no cursing. There's no...
Exactly.
There's been some decent kids I've met in this game. Yes, they've had the occasional where, like, I don't even give people my age anymore. You mean your 50-year-old woman's playing a child's horse game? And it's like, yeah, because I don't have horses anymore. This is the closest thing I have to.
And from what I've seen, they're pretty accurate.
Oh, I love it. Honestly, I'm waiting for the Mustang. The Mustangs will come out next week on Wednesday. They update every Wednesday. So I get my princess. They finally updated the Mustangs. And that's what people don't understand. For those of us that have had horses that can't have them anymore, or those people that love horses that can't own them because of
whatever
money or property, or you can't have a horse in the city unless you want to pay for a stable upkeep. It is expensive.
Yeah, that's paying rent like 3 times.
Another thing I'm going to say is it's not fair to the horse.
It's not.
And I'm always going to say this. These are herd animals that need room. You actually watch a wild herd in the wild and watch the ground they cover in a day.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to put that animal in a square wooden box and never let it out. That's just cruel.
It is cruel. It's very
my
cruel.
Same argument about people that want to own stallions. I don't think that's right. Yes, okay, you can geld a horse and take some of the stallion away, but you're taking an animal that is designed and meant to run a herd.
Yeah.
And have family, and they're very family oriented. There's actually been studies on this from horses that were taken out of the wild, and they will recognize their family herd even years after being apart from them.
Right.
These aren't just dumb, unemotional things that you can just own and make happen.
So what are some of the comments that people complain with on there?
First of all, they say that everything's too expensive, that they need to up the amount of star coins that they give every week. That was a petition they had out for a while. Animations aren't what they want. Some of the horse animations aren't correct enough. Some of the bugs are kind of funny. For right now, the saddle pets that we have running around with us hop out from branches randomly. It kind of bothers me too, but it's a bug. They'll fix it. When they did the...
No, I like that. That's character.
It's funny. I actually kind of like it, but it's irritating as a good...
I mean, you can't possibly think that a cat is going to stay in a saddlebag.
You know, you're right. And occasionally a cat... Well, I'm telling you, I'm running with 10 wolves around me trying to nip my horse's feet, and that cat all of a sudden jumps out. It's like, that might not be the good idea.
The cat's fine. It's
I had somebody go off about the saddle pets. They don't understand the saddle pets. What's the point? They're 300 star coins each, which is money. They don't see the point in it. And I think they're absolutely adorable. And I actually collect them with the different horses I have. The saddle, the tack set that I have for this horse right now. He's a little brown and white bunny that sits.
It's entertainment.
And he can come out. He can run along my horse. So,
exactly.
The Halloween and the Christmas event are huge. And I love them. And they give out free entire sets with good stats for both festivals. So you can get brand new stuff for not even paying any cash. You just have to play this festival.
So is this an online thing?
Yeah, entirely online.
You don't have to install anything?
Well, you install, it's an installment to log in, but it's completely online. It's completely connected. I have friends and stuff from all over the world.
That's cool.
I love it. So, again, there's people that have changed and left. Our stable is a little more inclusive than WoW is now. Because a lot of the people that I played with on WoW have gone. They chased off a lot of people. They kind of chased me off, honestly. Because they did a lot of screw-ups on the expansions and stuff like that. I'm glad your dad's enjoying it. But right now, for me, it's not worth the $14 a month. He's being able to play it for free somehow. So, that's fine. But I don't want to start playing WoW again when I've put in 20 years on a paid subscription for a character. I don't want to start over again and play free, so I'm not. The ones I started stable is the one that I probably put more time in now, particularly on the festivals. I will be on very regularly around Halloween because otherwise, and Christmas, because otherwise I don't have the chance for the free stuff. And they have some really decent stuff. I'm actually wearing stuff on my horse right now. The whole outfit was from Christmas this last year. Free.
Okay.
I just had to collect the tokens they give you. It takes a lot of tokens. You got to actually, I think the last one was, the saddle itself was 60 coins.
What would you say the age group is supposed to be for this game?
I would say, honestly, particularly for the last festival, I would say 15 to probably 60 or 80. Because the wolves was scary. It frightened me. It startled me when I first started playing. I was running through and I had all of a sudden this thing snapping at my horse's heels. And I could see some kids being frightened by that. You can't. You can't see a 6 or 7-year-old being freaked out that their horse is being... They didn't kill it, but you get what I'm saying. It attack your horse. You be sent back to this ranch.
I could see it. But...
So I would say that particular festival, probably 10 was too young. I think I could have been old enough at 10 to realize that it's a game. My horse isn't really being eaten, but I could see some kids.
Grew up on South Park. How were you offended?
I could just see it. I was asking for age.
Right.
Horse Isle is a little more adult, even though the animation isn't quite as good because of the breeding. So we don't have breeding at Star Stable. You can't breed one horse to another and get a foal. We do have foals on there's a phone app for Star Stable where you can raise a horse from a foal, but there's no breeding at this point. I still can't get over the black bull. One thing I have, this is one issue I have with Star Stable, and I will say this forever. I have a friend of mine I've been playing this game with forever. He does content on YouTube. His name is Dennis. He loves horses. He's fully heterosexual male. He's from Romania. And they do not have male characters. They do not have male avatars at all. To actually have an avatar in this game, it has to be female. So he has worked his ass off forever to make his avatar as male as possible.
That is freaking weird.
He has had people attack him. I call him homosexual. They have completely bashed him because he's a guy playing a horse game, playing a girl's game. I don't approve of that. I never will. He's a really great guy. He's fun. He puts out fun content. It's still, they say it's inclusive, and yet you don't include an entire half of the population.
I know, yeah.
I had issues with that, and I understand.
And you probably should, but
when they
it's
first
a game.
started the game, I understand why they were trying to empower. I was the strange horsey girl in school because I had horses. Everybody that did, even though we had, FFA, Future Farmers of America at the time, which was taken out 2 years after I graduated from high school, no longer existed.
We had another acronym for that.
Future Farmers of FFA. But I was made fun of in school because I had horses, and I always loved horses.
Yeah.
I was a strange horsey girl. It's one of my nicknames I put on Facebook because I've always been into horses since I was a little kid. But I also grew up with my Uncle James, who had the cattle ranch in Texas. So horses was something I saw when I was a little kid. We didn't have them. We didn't have the property. My dad was working his ass off and couldn't afford them. But he did have some cattle every 2 years, and he had chickens removed. But he wasn't able to get the horse until I was 11 or so. And that was one of the greatest gifts anybody gave me. Princess will stay with me the rest of my life.
Yeah, you speak fond of her. You do.
She was, my dad actually was, he should have gotten her.
I'm trying to get a hold of Molina Healthcare to circumvent the bureaucracy that shouldn't be. There's some issues here. I still haven't actually gotten Kaiser completely plugged in, and it's been 3 weeks, so I'm on hold, and this is how life happens now. I am completely frustrated with this because I've got 2 doctor's appointments that need to be made, but apparently it doesn't seem to matter because I don't have the stuff plugged in yet. But I've got a blood disorder that is literally killing me, and this isn't cool. So, yeah. I have no idea how long this is going to take. I still have to call the phone number to set up my appointment at Kaiser. This isn't exactly producing my videos, so I guess this video is going to be titled "Life Happens." I mean, hopefully somebody's coming on. Wow. Yeah. So far I've been on hold for 5 minutes. And this is how the VA works. This is how Medicaid works. And people want this socialist culture to come to America. Not for me. Not for me at all. Susie said that she had to be on there for 2 hours one day. I couldn't even imagine. Okay. My addiction. Well, the beauty of it is that
call may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes.
that might be progress.
All representatives are currently assisting other members. Please hold and your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Of course I'm the last of the list. Why is it that these bureaucracies choose the most annoying music known to man to put on their hold cycle? Oh. Like, yeah, shoot me. Please? It says I've been on this line for 10 minutes. The record time is 6 minutes, so I've spared
Did
you
you know that
some.
half of all Americans have cholesterol levels that are too high? And high cholesterol leads to heart disease. Eat healthy foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, and skinless poultry. This can help reduce your risk of heart disease and lower your cholesterol levels. In addition to eating foods low in fat, it is helpful to exercise and lose excess weight. Make your heart happy. Adopt a healthy
Your brain
lifestyle
cells are
today.
made of cholesterol. You know that, right? The agenda is so clear. Hey, progress.
Good morning. My name is Monisha. How can I help you?
Yes, my name is Anthony Antolik, and I signed up with Medicaid about 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to get on with Kaiser. I set up through
I'm
Molina.
so sorry. I can't. And you're breaking up after every word. So all I heard was Medicaid, Kaiser, and I don't know what else you said. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear. I heard everything you said. You said, "Can you hear me now?" That's so much better. Yes.
All right. I signed up through Molina to work with Kaiser because all of my medical records for a lifetime are tied to Kaiser, and I need to make sure that I actually have a card coming and all that stuff.
Okay. So let's go ahead and check that out for you. How long ago did you sign up?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, let's check it out. Can you provide me with your first and last name and the spelling, please?
Anthony Antolik. Last name is spelled Antolic.
Hi, so I got the first name is Anthony. The last name kind of faded out. I got A-N-T
Olic.
for the last. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Anthony. And then what's your birthday?
October 6th, 73.
Okay, so you're just wanting to make sure a Molina card's coming correct and it has Kaiser's information. Am I understanding that right, Anthony?
Yes.
Okay. Can you verify the last four of your social?
2322.
I have a phone number on file listed for you. It's 503-489-3274.
Yes.
And then are you still located at 12800 Northeast 4th Street in Vancouver, 98684?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Melina is saying that they have to call Kaiser, find out what the hell they sent over, get me on the line. They have no idea what's going on. I was told that I chose Molina for the purpose of keeping Kaiser because I don't like the idea of going through everything I have for the past 10 years with another doctor that has no idea what the hell Perforia is or even how to treat it. At least the doctor that I do have has been educating himself about it. So this isn't good. This is not good at all. And we pay these taxes in order to get the service. This is what socialism looks like. So they got a hold of Kaiser, but Kaiser doesn't know what the hell's going on. Melina doesn't know what the hell's going on. I have a blood draw that I need to get to. And socialism works. I'm still on hold. They haven't even sent me a card yet because they didn't even know that I'm in the system. This is such a broken system. The bureaucrats make so many freaking rules that their employees don't even know what they're doing. And they supposedly work for us. We need to make this government smaller. So they got a hold of Kaiser, but Kaiser doesn't know what the hell's going on. Melina doesn't know what the hell's going on. I have a blood draw that I need to get to. And socialism works? Yeah. Thank you, Obamacare. You just killed me. Yeah. Thank you, Obamacare. You just killed me. Okay. I saw a lot of annoying scams today. I showed you the biggest one. I feel that actually is a scam, and ironically, it is our own healthcare system. We pay in to our healthcare system our entire lives, especially if you've actually work a contributing member of society instead of a freaking parasite Democrat, and you actually did pay the taxes that pay for Medicaid. You don't have an account or anything that actually has your name on it. I feel you should. But just like the Social Security scam, it's a slush fund that corrupt elected garbage in Washington, D.C. uses to pad other bills that line their pockets in roundabout ways. We need to actually fix the system so we don't have to deal with these Ponzi schemes and actually do start helping those members of society that have helped build our society, instead of the ones that are sitting there high as a kite their entire life in their grandma's basement, contributing nothing to society. This was supposed to be what the system was for. But because Democrats buy votes through the welfare system, we
are seeing bureaucratic failure, absolute an absolute disorganized system within the bureaucracy that falls apart at every level of communication. But on another note, I did see a major victory in today's fight for righteousness. Um, Russia has banned the gender transition surgeries and even gender um, even cross dressing within the cities of Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Mimny. And ironically, in spite of whatever you might hear on the Western media's front, the citizens of Russia are very happy that this that this sin is taken off the table. So I think it's very important that we encourage this kind of discrimination, because it's not actually discrimination. It's just saying, hey, look, you are a guy. Get over yourself. Okay, that's what I have for today. I am Anatoly Anatolisovich. This is Patriots Must Rise. Please like, subscribe, live free, die well, and love your neighbor as Christ has loved you.